Hello?
Oh, I got his ass now.
You have to be fast on the track.
I hate that guy.
Get drunk quick.
Change the rest of your life.
Go on, do my best, and whatever happens then, it's good.
My butthole got stretched a little bit.
I got a tight little butt.
I'm about to light this shit up.
We don't start dialing at 9:30 because our clients are already answering the phone. 3, 2, 1, let's fuck!
Oh, baby. Matthew McConaughey bringing us show 142. Yep. Chatter Radio, Houston preview. James is back from the desert. Welcome back, James. We got shit to discuss today because Houston is going to be the unofficial first World Cup of the year, like Oldsnar used to be. Yeah, I said Oldsnar. It's one of those things. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to chat about. What's up, James?
Oh, what's up, T? It's good to be back. I hope we didn't blow anybody's ears with that intro, switching it up so we don't have those technical difficulties. But
We're good.
I'm happy to hear that. It's good to be here. Good to be back at home now. Good to have some moisture in my skin again after being in the desert for a week. We do have a lot to talk about. I mean, always exciting when there's a race around the corner, and somehow once again we have a warm-up World Cup. It's like a warm-up World Cup.
Yep. And this show is brought to you by ProGate Europe. Winning starts with the Great Gate. You know who knows this? James Palmer knows this. He won his Canadian National Championship on a ProGate Europe. So James knows, guys. James knows winning starts with the Great Gate. He's not going to win a Canadian National Championship some janky ass gate. It's going to be a ProGate Europe.
Absolutely. You gotta know your gates. I know my gate. I know I'm gonna ride a ProGate Europe all the time. When I was down in the desert, we got onto a fresh ProGate Europe Ram. It was a barrel gate.
Oh, God, how good is that?
You don't understand how good it felt to just start laying them down, uncorking them as fast as we want to go on one of those things. Like it makes a difference. Okay, when you're riding one of those, a jankier gate on whatever it is, it's just not the same. You get onto the ProGate Europe, you feel good, you ride good, your gates are better. All around, you're just a happy person.
Look good, feel good, ride good, gate good.
Look good, ride good, feel good, gate good. It's all part of it.
You know what? I used to look good, feel good, ride good. I used to take, because I used to especially with races, I think I've said it before, but I used to gel my hair and make sure I looked good, so I felt good, and then I raced good.
I feel you there. I think it is part of it. The better you feel, the better you ride. And so if you look good, you feel good, and then so you feel good, you ride good. I guess you
can't go to the track looking like a fucking scrub. You got to go there, looking good, meaning business.
I'm business. It is. Part of it is fun, but when you're going to race, it is kind of business. I'm telling you, I will do this before. I know exactly what you're going to say, and I wish I could have done it with you. I think it would have been more fun to do it together.
Yes, it's not so great by yourself. It's like.
It's not the same because we don't have an entrance, but I want to wear my suit to the track on a race day.
Yeah, I know. It would have been, I know. I wish we would have done it.
I think it would have been so much fun if we were just walking beside each other. Okay, just picture this. World Championships, walking in, we got our suits on. We got maybe just our helmet bag in hand, sunglasses on, just walking through the pits, not turning our heads, just dead straight walking there, looking like two sharp-ass men.
Yeah, it's just like the classic NHL player, NFL player walk into the stadium. They're just in their suit, headphones on, have a cup of coffee or something in hand, just looking like a fucking gangster.
Absolutely. And I want somebody, if we did that, we would absolutely need somebody to be there filming. I want a real photographer there, getting some pictures as we go.
Yeah.
Or there's maybe a videographer person too. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Dude, I love the shot of those dudes walking in. And honestly, in hockey, we used to do that from a young age too. From the time we were 12, 13, we had to come to the rink in a suit for all our games. So all my teenage years in hockey, we had to wear a suit to games. Obviously in practice, you didn't have to, but yeah, for games. So everyone would come looking sharp, and we liked it, honestly. And it's kind of like game time too. You get ready at home, you wear your suit, you're on the way to the game, you walk in the rink with your bag, it's game time. And I really liked it. And no one, probably some people didn't like it, but generally we all really liked doing it.
At the end of the day, we don't really have that many opportunities. It's not like your day-to-day outfit is putting on a suit. If you're in that all the time, I'm sure it'd get annoying, but
yeah,
or whatnot, I don't think it was the same level, but it was the same thing in high school sports. We had to do the same thing. It's like when you're wearing that nice classy outfit, one, people know what's going on, and two, you know in your head, you're like, okay, there's a reason this is on. It's game time. It's time to get going. You just feel badass too. I think you just wearing it, you'd feel badass.
Fucking game time, baby. Let's go.
I wish back then I definitely didn't have the suit I have now, even though I have one suit, but I think the suit I have is fantastic. I definitely had no style back then.
I haven't worn I don't remember the last time I wore my suit. I haven't worn my suit in so long.
It's been years. Well, I mean, the last wedding I went to was Nick's wedding, and that wasn't.
Oh, right, yeah.
That wasn't a full suit for me because it was hot summer. It was a little more casual, so I didn't wear the suit there.
Yeah, true.
I need a reason.
Actually, in 2020, I think I was supposed to go to like a bunch of weddings, but they all got canceled because of COVID and whatever. But I'm one of Connor's groomsmen, so when he gets married, I'll wear my suit. It might be the next time.
That's gonna be sick, eh?
Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Cool.
They're supposed to get married, but with COVID and everything, they couldn't. So, and then there's the Olympics and whatever. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm stoked. I've never been a groomsman, but I think we're getting to that age now where everyone's getting married.
You're going to be now. I feel like it's going to come now. That it comes once, it's going to come a few times and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of which, I saw him when we were in Vegas. Went out for dinner one time. It was nice to catch up, see him, especially after obviously his major crash at the Olympics. Yeah. That was good to kind of hear that and hear all his recoveries going well and whatnot. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Where'd you it's funny. It's before I say anything, we're like, you have those friends you always send memes to and shit. We always send each other shit. Like we always send each other stuff. I mean, Connor always send each other stuff too. It's just so funny. Like, and then it's funny. Like you see a meme that's hilarious, and you're like, oh my god, the boys are gonna love it.
It's so true that nowadays it's like the group chats are always just memes being sent around.
Just memes, yeah. And like I send Savannah so many memes a day, and she sends me Instagram posts and memes throughout the day too. That's just what you do in today's day and age.
That's true.
Yeah.
Part of the world these days. Part of the world. It's like social media is partly it's a news outlet, but it's also that little escape. It's kind of what we are. We're kind of that escape, hopefully, for people. So good to have.
I love a good BMX meme too. I like a relatable BMX meme is fucking awesome.
The funniest thing is like obviously there's some really good. I don't know the names, but other BMX pages. But it's like because we both put one up every once in a while. When I see yours, I just burst out laughing because
I know
who's like I know that you were the one that said it, and I know exactly where it's coming from, like where the backstories come from. Normally, it's all time.
Oh, we got Molly Simpson in the chat. What's up, Molly? Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just hilarious. There's some good ones out there too, and it's funny. Like when I just randomly, I swear to God, I just randomly think of these ones, and I'm like, oh, this is a good one, and I just get so excited to post it.
Oh, these guys, they're gonna love this one.
Oh, they don't even know what they're about to see right now. I get so much satisfaction from when you laugh at it too, because it's funny. We don't tell each other when we're posting something like meme-wise. It's a complete surprise. Like I'll just be scrolling and I'll randomly see a Coffee Chatter post. When you post one, I'll just burst out laughing.
It's all time funny.
Yeah,
so good.
We had to clear the air on the asphalt gate going on right now on Twitter.
Let's just clear the air on that one. I clearly say this word wrong.
Asphalt. I gotta force myself to say asphalt, or I just say asphalt. It sounds way better.
I think it's just easier to say asphalt.
Who's the idiot that created asphalt?
I think it's dumb.
It's really dumb.
And if it's going to be asphalt, because it's maybe I'm saying it wrong. It's asphalt.
Shouldn't
it's awkward. Shouldn't it be two S's? Asphalt.
Asphalt. It should be asphalt. It sounds, and I think it's like it's a better fit for the actual substance.
Asphalt. Yeah, asphalt. Now we're saying the word so much, I'm starting to get like it's when you say a word so many times, it doesn't have the same ring to it in your mind anymore. That's what's happening.
You see Barry's wife just message cat or Coffee Chatter Kelsey and said, I think it's a Canadian thing. Haha. She's Canadian.
I think it's gotta be.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Gotta be. It's like zap strap and zip tie. What?
Oh yeah. That was you still say zip you say zap strap. That's a very much Canadian term.
The funny thing is like I know what people say, but I on purposely just say zap strap because I like saying it and it fucks with people sometimes.
Well, it's like toque and beanie.
That's true too.
We say toque and people are just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I think only Canada says toque.
I think so. I think that is the case. The thing is, for me, when I was growing up, because we said toque, a beanie was always the toque. The beanie was with the little brim on it. You know, when you're the cool kid, you got the toque with the little brim built into it. To me, that was quote unquote a beanie, and a toque was just your everyday, like just over your head toque. Maybe it has a little pom pom on top.
Do you find when you're like traveling, just so people understand, you say beanie and not toque?
I do sometimes, but
like I find when I'm in the US, I just say beanie because people won't know what toque is. And when I'm like, I just naturally say toque, obviously, when I'm in Canada.
yeah, thinking about it now, I think I just always say toque, and I have to explain myself because to me that's just more natural. The zip tie and zap strap, if I'm asking somebody, I'll say zap strap, and then if they look confused, I instantly say zip tie. The toque can be anything. I always just say toque and make them ask what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a
enough.
toque guy. To me, it's just
Yeah.
What the hell is
Yeah.
a beanie, anyways?
Yeah. Sylvan's social media check-in. Mariana's been dropping some fire videos on her Instagram recently.
It is pretty. First of all, like the video, was it yesterday? I think she posted, kind of showing her trophy room. I think Neek posted one of his YouTube videos too.
That's a trophy room.
Holy smokes! And then so in her video yesterday, it didn't look like there was like almost like a garage door that pulled down. So like, does she just have this like space that is just jam packed with all these titles and medals and jerseys and awards and all that?
Red Bull helmets, yeah. And they built their house, so I'm sure I haven't been there yet, but I'm sure they like made it to have a room like that, I'm sure.
It's pretty cool. I like the idea.
Yeah.
I like that because I think a lot of the older you get in the sport, the more you like to have your sports stuff away from your home stuff, you know? So she has all her sports stuff just boom in its area, and she probably has less or nothing in the home, you know?
Yeah. A lot of my trophy stuff is right there. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's your little wall. You have like
Yeah, it's my
down
little
there and
wall.
like a couple jerseys up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it'd be nice to have like a more legit setup, like on a wall is everything, but I'll have that sometime.
Yeah, you should do that in the future.
Yeah, that's a lot to have.
That would be cool.
But yeah, has some cool. I don't always know what's happening because it's in Spanish, but it looks really professional.
I always have to do the translate button at the bottom, like I'm sure most of us do, and I translate, and it comes out pretty good into English, like Instagram or her, however it works, translates it pretty good. But it's still like a little coded, the message of what's happening. So I can tell it looks like she's coming out with what not a clothing line, but a gear line. You think that's what it is, or is it clothing, or what?
I don't know, but everything she does is just legit, and I'm just always a fan.
Either way, whatever it is, it's gonna be sick. It's probably gonna blow up. It's gonna be like crazy.
Yeah, she's just the goat. So anything she does is cool.
That is sick. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be really interesting to see.
Yep, and she's there in Houston this weekend. Her and Vinny. So that'll be cool.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, they'll be in Houston.
Look at this. You learn something new. It literally is the first World Cup of the year.
So yeah, we might as well get into Houston. It is going to be the official or unofficial first World Cup of the year, and you absolutely love to see it. Oldsmar was that one before. It was kind of like the February race when everyone's coming off winter training. A lot of the Euros come over and train in some warm weather in Florida or whatever. But now obviously it's in Houston, so it'll be cool. Like I think both elite classes and everything, or all the elite classes, will be stacked.
It seems like there's a lot of foreigners coming over. I mean, there's been a bunch of them staying in Florida, I think, already. I think there's a big contingent of them, like a bunch of Frenchies coming over now. I mean, Sylvan's coming over with, I'm sure Joris is obviously going to be there. Romain, they'll be there. I think I saw Richard there with Sylvan. I mean, the females, you got Laura coming over. You got Saya coming over. I think I saw, who else? Mariana is going to be there. Vincent's going to be there in the men. It's going to be packed. Huge.
There's already been some World Cup practice in Houston.
The what? The World Cup practice?
There's already been some World Cup practice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
People there the week early, maybe even like more than a week early, getting their gates in, getting their starts. It's going to be a big one. How many riders do you think there'll be? Quarters?
50 elite men.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 probably.
The quarters probably.
Yeah. Be tough.
Yeah, that'll be tough. Yeah.
It's just gonna be real tough out there. Real tough.
Real tough, real tough.
It's gonna be just real tough. It's real tough. We need to get a Tiger Woods quote doing that. That's good. It should be one of our drugs. It's just real tough. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Starting with the track. So I've never been there. I've never raced there, never rode there. How is the track from your perspective? Obviously, they've changed it now, but in general, what do you think of it? Because from a spectator standpoint, it didn't look that tech before or anything, but it looked like long, big, wide open in the sense that you could race it and pass and all that.
I think I'm a harsh critic when it comes to tracks these days. I think it's because of the podcast. Like I like to pick a side almost. I think my overall take on is it looks better than it rides. I think that obviously it's got a Pro Gate Europe, first of all, which is sick. It's fast, a fantastic gate. Good hill, pretty good. It's a little bumpy, but good hill. But then you get to the first straight for how much money they put in the track to have that, what I kind of think is like a short first straightaway. I mean, it's a good sprint after the first jump, and then it's just roller one jump into the turn. Seems like they could have probably brought the hill back, done something a little different. The first turn itself is massive. Like I'm talking huge, and it's really bumpy. I'm really not sure why. Like it's an asphalt turn, maybe because the turn is so big they had to asphalt it differently than a normal turn. But man, is it like you're going around the turn, just kind of, it feels like you're going through whoops almost. I don't know how to explain it. It's just extremely bumpy. And that kind of has like, kind of makes the second straight not ride great. I remember when we were there in the summer, very sharp edged a lot of the jumps, I felt like, down the second straight. So a little weird. That's why I say it looks better than it rides, because to me it is one of the best finished tracks out there with the Rockstar logos everywhere, the white lines, the color. I don't know if you call that the VIP section above the second turn. All that is like unreal. Looks good. And I got to say, like the third straight, extremely technical, which is great.
Yeah, and I've seen so many videos because one of my guys, Riley Graham, lives there, and that's where he trains. So I've seen tons of his videos. But the rhythm section looks kind of cool. Like especially seeing some lines Connor would do in the summer when he was training there. It looks cool. Like there's a lot of different lines and stuff. Obviously, like I said, the track's a bit different now. But what I think will be interesting is the jump into the first corner. It's not a triple anymore, so they hack the middle out. So I think for women it'll be a big difference maker, because I think some will jump in, some won't, and it's a big difference. Yeah,
I don't think like the triple that was there was never big, and I don't think they really changed the size of it. So it is a small jump, but at the same time, like if it's a little windy, if you're getting cut off, at least in the women's class, I think there's a chance that some don't jump in, and you're right, like that's a separator. Like there's no way to get over that jumps quick and smoothly if you don't jump the whole thing. So could be a big difference maker for some of them. I think we'll see most of the women, especially top 16, top 20, they'll have no problems with it, I'd say.
And a lot of room to pedal at the bottom of the ramp before the first jump. You can get a good 2 full cranks in.
Yeah, good. I'd say like an easy 2. I'd say it's similar to like a Rock Hill or a little bit more even. Like it's a good easy 2, I'd say, which is nice. I mean, it's most hills nowadays. It's
I don't love that. I don't love the 2 pedals at the bottom.
Not a big fan, hey?
I'm not a big fan of a lot of room between the hill and the first jump. Like, I don't think it should be like slammed against the hill, but I think only 1 pedal before the first jump is better. I think it's honestly, I think it might be a touch safer too.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think Rock Hill works a little more because of the short hill. You're not going as fast.
It's slower. Yeah,
it is. It's slower, and it sounds ridiculous. Like the hill's not that much smaller, but there's a big difference in speed. It feels like when you go from somewhere like Rock Hill to a regular hill. So yeah, I do think the 2 pedals. I mean, just like the manual at the bottom of the hill, not been a big fan. I like different jumps at the bottom, but the standard hill to good jump of 1 pedal after, or approximately 1 pedal after, is a good standard.
And I like the rhythm of sprinting down the ramp, pushing, grabbing a pedal, and jumping. I think it's a better rhythm, like overall, when you're riding than sprinting twice or taking 2 full cranks.
Yeah, probably. I was thinking about it, like this first straight, like because of the 2 pedals there, I think it goes a little downhill into the first turn, and that small jump into the turn. It's got to be the fastest like entrance into the first turn of any of the tracks.
Really?
I would love to know the speed of which they're entering, because if anything, it's a little downhill. It's a 2 pedal at the bottom, smallish size jumps. I think they're pretty well spread out, so it doesn't feel at first like you're going that fast. But when you hit that turn, I mean, like I'm saying, this turn's absolutely massive, and you're flying through it. I think you just can't tell, but I got to think it's the fastest. Yeah. I'd love
interesting.
I'd love to see like a radar or something. Obviously, we're not going to have that, but interesting to see.
Yeah, interesting. It'll be cool to see the track, see like a high level race on that track too. It's unfortunate they didn't have the Worlds, and this obviously isn't the Worlds, but we'll see some high level racing, which I like. In the men's class too, it'll like obviously with Neek being in West Palm, came back from injury and it was a normal hill and he was kind of just getting going again. It'll be interesting to see him on a Supercross hill now again for the first time since the O show.
I think so too. Yeah, I think he's going to be probably a little bit more back to form. So I got caught off when I was thinking about Nick. I was thinking about his TLD deal he just did. Cool to see.
I don't recognize it.
Yeah, I know. It's cool to see a few of these top guys like a TLD deal. I mean, it just gear looks good, and good for him.
The TLD gear is timeless. I've always liked it.
It's always been a good look, hey.
Yeah, I've always really liked it. Yeah.
But no, I think he'll be. I think if you thought he was good in West Palm, I think if anything, he could be a little better here. Especially now he's got a little more time on the bike, a little time here at the track too. So,
can we talk about Simon's quads for a second? Those fucking things are massive. Like we talked about it, but holy shit.
Dude's gonna have to get a custom made pair of pants with like an extra large quad and then just like a normal calf, like knee down area. It's gonna be normal.
And just with the tight pants, he just looks like a bodybuilder.
Oh, it's just that tight gear, man. It's not for me anymore. Like obviously you like it fitted, that's just too tight.
Yeah, it's a little snug. It's a little snug.
When you got a body like he does, when you got quads that big though, I mean, why would you not want to show them off?
No, you gotta rock them. You gotta rock them, I guess. Yeah.
You do. Really do.
He's another guy to watch this weekend, I think, too. Especially being World Cup champion, obviously.
Yeah, no, I definitely think so. I mean, you guys, when those two guys train together, I mean, they haul ass together. Do you think any guys like the guys that have been in Florida training on the Supercross hill, do you think they're going to have any kind of advantage? Like I think I've seen Larson there, seen Eddie there. Obviously, the
Eddie's
like,
Eddie is an interesting dude for this race, I think.
I think he could be one of those guys that people aren't really realizing, but he's been in Florida for like 2 months at least now. And
fucking Eddie.
So
fucking Eddie. Yeah, he's gonna be pulling. Yeah, I think he's good at those kinds of first jumps too. Like those kind of squared off first jumps. I feel like he gets forward really well and can push through those really well. And a lot of guys have a tendency to case. A lot of guys have a tendency to come up short and get a bit greedy, especially when the landing's chopped like that.
Yeah.
And I think like it's a subtle thing, but the first jump in Supercross is really important. So he's really good at those jumps. So I actually think he can make a big difference on a lot of guys just on the first jump alone.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think that roller down the first straight, not like it's going to play a huge difference either, but I mean, it's a pretty tall roller. So if you're able to be someone that can articulate the bike into you, get over the roller quickly, like someone like Eddie can, he'll be able to get in there too.
Yeah.
That'll help him.
We haven't seen Joris race on Supercross in a while. Oh no, he was in Turkey. What am I saying?
Yeah, but he was also a little sick there, so it's hard to have like a good. That wasn't really him there in that sense. He was sick. So. Yeah,
he just got over the Ronies, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah, but nowadays he's living in Bordeaux. He's on a Supercross track, basically.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
dude, I don't know if that's gonna make a difference, but yeah, pretty sick, hey?
Yeah, super cool. That setup looks awesome.
That's just a classic French facility where it's like enough for 3 straights, but somehow they make it 4 straightaways where you just go backwards and it works.
Yeah, no, it looks good. Kind of back to his roots too. It's kind of cool that he's like kind of gone full circle in his career. Like not that his career's over, but he's obviously like in the last few years of his career. So it's cool that he's back in Bordeaux doing it.
I think it's kind of awesome. Yeah, like it's something completely different than what he's used to. So I'm sure
I want to see Vinny Pellawar do well this weekend.
Man, another guy, kind of like older guy, but still just like seems like he's in his prime.
Dude, he's so fast. His gate to midway down the ramp is outrageously fast.
I think he'll be unreal here. Fast. Yeah, I feel like I always thought Vinny's style, because he leaned so far back, he liked a slower gate, but no, I think he likes fast gate. I think he's gonna be flying.
He's so good. Like his like first 6 cranks are incredible.
It's nuts. Absolutely, just pow pow pow.
So strong. It's so great. Yeah, he was a good guy to train with. Like when we trained together and stuff, he was a really good dude to train with.
Absolutely. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, especially doing gates together and stuff. Yeah.
Do you think anybody that's like a local U.S. local who's maybe ridden this track a little more, are they going to have any kind of advantage? Like someone like Corbin, maybe like Jay Smooth. Do you think they'll have any kind of advantage knowing the track a little more?
No, I don't think they'll know the track much better.
I think especially with these guys coming over so far in advance, they're going to get a lot of set. They've already been probably ridden it like 2-3 times already. So I feel like that kind of advantage is out the window already.
It's funny. It's funny you bring up Corbin now, and I'm like, of course he's one of the guys, but like I totally forgot about it.
when there's no races, it's hard to remember. He's not a
Dude,
social media guy.
seriously, I know. You don't really see much, and he's just going to show up and be one of the top guys pulling, and it's not a surprise ever. I totally didn't even think of him.
Yeah, seriously though, hey,
He likes it that way though. Like he's a low key guy. Like doesn't like a lot of attention. Just like kind of quietly does his thing and comes up and kills it.
yeah, he's just always flying under the radar and then just does his own thing. It's cool.
Yeah, I know.
This new format that the USA BMX has, like where they're doing like the two races kind of clumped together, bigger break. I don't know if you like it or not, but it's obviously meant to bring some foreigners over. Like you got, I think he's moving here to be honest for the year, but Isaac, he'll be over for the races doing the series too. So he's somebody to watch out for.
I saw he's got a chick too. Congrats, Isaac.
When he posts on when you get it posted on the story, it's his chick.
Yeah, Isaac's got a new chick, so congrats, Isaac. So yeah, I think I would assume he's over stateside too. He's in Vegas by the looks of it.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure that's kind of probably like a hometown for him now with Connor being there and
yeah.
There's so much. Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought completely.
But he'll be there. He'll be at the race. He'll be in Houston. He'll be.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Him and Connor. They spent so many months there last summer training that he probably knows the track like the back of his hand too.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is, you're talking about the back-to-back races or whatever. There's a weekend off, so people are gonna stay 2 weeks. I would think most like out of town people.
Yeah, I would assume so too. Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea. Yeah.
Phoenix and Oldsmar was the staple for many years.
That was it. That was the starter. That was
the starter. And you know what? I actually loved it. I loved it. Like the first race was Normal Hill, like it's kind of cool, back to the roots, and then you do the first World Cup unofficially on the Supercross.
Yeah. I missed the dirt turn in Phoenix, the bar banging, the slide outs, the dust actions, people at Tori going over the turn, making a dust cloud. Like I missed that stuff.
The race was always a bit of a shit show because the track is tight. Everyone's like kind of coming off winter training, kind of pulling, but no one really knows where they're at. There's not like a established pecking order. So it's basically like it's just a shit show, and it's awesome.
I love it. Absolutely loved it.
I know, I absolutely loved it too.
Justin Wall in the comments is like, could we see any of the UK riders come over? Think any UK guys are coming over? Like, I have a feeling no. I just haven't, just from the Instagram, social media, I haven't really seen anything.
No, yeah, probably not. But I want to see Ross race it.
Yeah, if anything, he'd be the guy who's coming over because I know Laura's coming, but I know they're not like, there's not a team thing, so I don't see. I don't think he is.
How about Ross on the TVE team?
It's a good pickup.
How does that work? Because GB national team is like very close knit. They do everything with the team. So how does that work, you think?
It's a great question, T. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe he's branching out to do some extra races, maybe that the GB team isn't going to. And
because they
represent the team.
I feel like they always run the kit. I guess probably they're British nationals and stuff. Maybe some Euro rounds they don't run their national team stuff. I guess it's different though, because like us from Canada, like we pretty much just race at the World Cups, the national team jersey.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like World Cups, you wear national team. Every other race, you pretty much wear your sponsor kit.
Yeah.
I guess when you get funded to everything, probably like they do, like all their events where they go as a group, they're always probably funded to those. I would assume. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I think then you got to wear the team kit the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I just drew a blank again. I'm losing my touch on this podcast deal. Yeah. So Houston, right
on. Let's get into a little bit of the females, the women. I think.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Hit me with it, baby.
Because we talked about TVE and see Redline's new team. Before we get into the women, do you see this?
I didn't really look into it but I saw it. Yes, I didn't look into it. I saw it.
New Redline development team, so they're back in the team business. They signed Alec Bob, which is kind of cool. Were you gonna say something?
No, but like, was it not just like isn't that, it's like Divide, like a clothing brand? It's just like a blended mix. Like, I don't know, they're working together. Is that what it is?
Yes. So it's like a combined team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they?
So, and obviously I rode Redline many years, and I just think it's cool that they're like in the game as a team. I think it'd be awesome if they actually had a factory team again. They're like one of the biggest brands in the sport and have been for so long that the sport in general, like obviously we're both part of Answer. I'm a Square Duke Claiborne. It's the same thing and outstanding. But I think just in general for the industry, it's to everyone's benefit, riders, everyone, when there's more of these bigger brands in the sport having factory teams. There's more rides and sponsorships available. There's more business just for the whole industry, I think.
Yeah, I 100% agree. When it comes to that kind of thing, I think the more big companies you can get, more money, the more eyeballs, the more other companies want to step up and be, you know, beside that big company, that big name. They want to show well. So I think it's all around good thing.
Yeah.
That's why it was always tough when like the big few teams back in the day kind of rolled out. Like Redline was kind of gone, Haro, GT, like those were kind of, would you say those are kind of the big three? I'm probably missing a couple or one or two. There's probably more that I think were kind of the big ones.
Yeah.
But looking brief, like Giant back in the day, that was probably huge when they left. It's tough.
Power Light was
tough for the
big, yeah.
sport. Yeah, it's tough for the sport when those big companies or big teams drop out.
It is. So, yeah, I hope they have more of a presence in the sport now, which is good.
Yeah. Females.
But yeah, getting into the women, I like that Mariana and Laura coming over. Adds a lot to it, especially racing Elise and the top women in North America. It's good. It adds a lot to the class.
I think so too. I mean, we're talking about how deep the men's field is going to be. I think the women's is going to be extremely deep this week too. I think a lot of the World Cups you don't see all the American women go to, and I think there are a lot of fast girls in the U.S. class that will be here doing the USA series. And so now you mix in a few extra of the foreigners too. I think it's going to be stacked. It's going to be really cool.
And I think a lot of them too, like the US-based women, feel more comfortable racing USA BMX than World Cups. Like they're probably a bit faster when they just race the US series.
Mhm.
So I think it'll be pretty close. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised if Mariana retired at the end of last year. I think it's cool she's still in the sport, but I'm a bit surprised she's still racing actually.
I think that was kind of the common or the consensus that was going on that she was going to kind of retire. I think there was a bunch of top riders that we thought were going to retire that didn't. And I think that's the most surprising. I could probably name 3 or 4 that I just assumed were going to and never did.
Yeah. With that said, sports need superstars. So the sport is in a better place with Mariana and people like that still racing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the sports need stars. Like if you don't have those stars, it's not as exciting for people to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with that. With regards to the track and the women, I think the rhythm section it's already technical for the guys like as well. But with the women, I think it could be, can be, will be a big game changer for them. Like difference maker. We see some passes going on down those last 2 straightaways in that rhythm section.
I agree. Especially going to the last corner. Like there's a pretty big opening going to the last corner for passing, right?
It is. It's pretty wide and because the turn itself is not super banked. So you normally have to go kind of wider to get a good line around the turn unless you want to go kind of cut in, go high. So normally it's pretty open coming into the last turn for them.
And with the rhythm section, if it's technical, like it'll be a big difference maker for the women. The ones that can manual really well and get good backside and stay smooth and not kind of fight it and maybe pump some things, it's going to be a big difference maker if you're trying to pass someone or if you're trying to hold someone off, no doubt.
True. Yeah, that's for sure. Our girl Answer BMX teammate Lazabear, Lauren Reynolds, she's been really good there at the Houston track. So I'm hoping for a good showing from her. Keep your eyes
There's
out.
pulling. You see that video recently USA BMX posted? She's fucking pulling down the ramp.
Absolutely, she is.
You absolutely love to see it.
She's just in her zone right now, I feel like. You know, one of those riders again that I think she's just been getting better and better as she's been getting older. She's just in her prime right now, I feel like.
You want to hear a funny story about Lauren?
Absolutely.
So we're at the dinner table yesterday. Me, my dad, my mom, and my sister and her boyfriend came down for the weekend. So we're all at the dinner. And then my sister's asking me about coffee chatter, and I'm just telling her about, like, she obviously knows we do it, but she's asking like specific questions about it, and just like kind of telling her about it. And then it somehow came up that Lauren was on a few weeks ago. My dad, out of the clouds, so my parents don't listen to the show. I think my dad said before this, my dad's like, I think I've listened to 1 coffee chatter episode, and my mom's like, oh, I've listened to like 3. And the only one my dad's listened to was my retirement show. So anyway,
yeah, Grego.
They think it's cool. They just like don't really care to listen. Anyway,
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad, out of the clouds, in this middle of this conversation, I'm telling my sister, he's like, I saw you guys had Lauren on a few weeks ago, and I messaged her after the show and was like, oh, it's great to see you on, Lauren. It's about time they had more women on the show. And I was just like, I didn't know. I was just in shock of what to say, and I was like, Dad, what do you just mess like? Why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you just like say something to me?
Oh, completely out of the clouds.
Out of the clouds. And I was like, well, we've had a lot of women, like we've had a lot of the women of the sport on the show. Like
Yeah.
there's not like compared to the guys, there's not nearly as many women in BMX than guys.
Yeah,
And I was like,
percentage speaking, yeah.
yeah, I found it absolutely hysterical. He never said this to me at all, not anything whatsoever, but just messages Lauren out of the clouds.
That's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. But my dad's a Lauren fan. Like Lauren's awesome. So
Yeah, I think they get along. Good friends at this point too. I mean, you guys have been teammates for years on Answer BMX. So
yeah, what's not to like about Lauren?
absolutely not, right? You can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing there.
Yeah. But anyway, that was pretty funny. G-Reg out of the clouds. Just yeah. Fuck these two on the show.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
But yeah, be good to see Lauren. Excited to see Molly too.
She's
We've
been
been working
really
together
good
since.
lately.
Yeah, we've been working together since the Grand, and she's put a lot of work in, and she's going fast. So I'm excited to see her race too. Like obviously as her coach, but just someone to watch her race. I'm excited to watch her race there.
Yeah, she's been in Vancouver for a while, and she's been looking really good.
Yeah,
She's been hungry. That whole group of girls we've always talked about since last year. They've been looking flawless, and I think she's hungry because I think she had a taste of it at Grands, but didn't really get to show all she had. I think she was capable of more, and she probably knew that, and she probably wants to show it now. So, got to keep an eye out for her, I think.
yeah, and she's done some good work with the national team too, like with you guys and Adam and everyone in Abbotsford, which is cool. You guys have the group's awesome too, by the way.
We're starting to come around here. We're starting.
Yeah,
to
it's awesome.
look together.
Speaking of the group, is Tegan going?
Great question. I'm not actually sure. I haven't. So I was away for the week. I haven't touched base and asked or see her. So no, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what other Canadians we have going down. Actually, I think Rock Hill will be a bigger one for Canadian wise because we're doing a little team camp before. But this one, I'm not sure.
Can we get a Ryan Tugas update in Vegas? How was Ryan on the track in Vegas?
I don't even like. It's not even training to start with him, dude. I can't.
That's what I'm talking about.
People need to know that this guy's going to be a problem.
Ryan Tugas is a weapon, and he's going to be a problem.
Like you guys, people listening, like I don't claim to be the fastest starter in the world by any means right now. I want to be. I'm working to be. I'm trying to be, but I don't claim to be slow by any means. Okay.
No, not at all. You're a good starter.
I don't think I've been on form lately, but he was dominating me. I'm going to call it out. I was getting dominated off the start.
Yeah. No, it happens. It happens. Yeah. And you know what? Training with those guys, it's like you get such a good start and you just get fucking worked sometimes.
Just one of those things some days.
Yeah. It was like, honestly, that's like when I rode with Vinny. Vincent Palliward, dude, some days I just got fucking worked. Like we went to the French Center in Aix-en-Provence one time to do Supercross, and it was just laughable. I got fucking smoked.
Yep. And you're just like, what am I supposed to do here? You're just like, this is sick.
You know that scene in Wedding Crashers when Owen Wilson, they go to the place and they're playing tag football, and Owen Wilson was trying to cover Bradley Cooper, and he goes back to Vince Vaughn. He's like, it's like trying to cover a fucking racehorse.
That's an all-time scene.
That's what it was like doing Gates with Vinny.
That's exactly what I feel like doing Gates on the small hill with Ryan. It's just what am I doing here? The guy's just, you want to talk about a guy with quads. Ryan's got the quads. You give that guy a pair of Simon pants, I mean, his quads would be busting through too, I think.
I feel small next to him. I'm not a small guy.
No, it's a joke. I don't know where these kids are getting these jeans from these days, but man, like, pump me up with some of that because I want some quads the size of theirs.
Yeah, they're making them strong these days. They really are. They're making them big these days. They really are. They really are.
I got to give a quick shout out. Let me just throw a quick shout out here to the Vegas tracks while I'm at it. I want to do this at one point. So we got out to what are the tracks? Boulder. Tay got us on Boulder. That was awesome. It's nice to ride that track. I mean, it's Connor Speedway. I feel like Boulder City, BMX, whatever. Got to ride Whitney too and EFP. So we were just all three tracks just rotating the whole time. So a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. You want to play our game? Actually, first of all, do we have any other women we want to touch on off the top of our heads? Elise has been, you know what? Elise has been quiet on social lately, but she's going to come in ready.
Do you think so? Yeah, because she's been, normally you see a video or two or picture or two. Since she was in Australia with Sam, I don't even, if you had to.
She's been quiet, huh? She's been quiet. Yeah. Like you haven't seen anything.
And I would love to know what her thought process is. Like, if she's coming in ready to race, or she's been taking a break and she just wants to ease in. What do you think?
Her and Sam don't do it halfway.
No, I agree.
Mhm.
That'll be interesting. Okay, it'll be
Yeah,
interesting.
cut it. I don't want. It's weird saying Elise is a dark horse, but dark horse.
I mean, yeah, she missed the first race. Yeah, so I think she is. I think it's tough if Felicia won't be there. It's too bad.
Yeah.
She's obviously been really quick this year, and at the
Yeah.
end of the year, she looked fast as hell. So she's still recovering. That'll be tough. I think I guess it's not a small. We always talked about Laura coming over here and racing some of the USA BMX stuff, but it was always because we wanted to see her go up against like Elise on the smaller hills, which this isn't smaller hill, it's just Supercross. So we won't get that, but also she'll be really quick like normal, I'm sure.
Is Romain coming? Mayu?
He is, yep.
Yeah. I was gonna say if Saya's coming, then she's probably coming.
Or
Yeah.
what's it called? A past winner on this track a couple years ago. So look for him to be quick on it too.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that. You won the first race, right?
Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
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 No, it was 19, wasn't it?
No, it was 2020. It was right before the pandemic.
Okay.
I think so, because I think that
Yeah.
was last race. Went home and then boom, shit hit the fan.
Oh, by the way, the Canucks are getting fucking worked by New Jersey right now.
Oh my
6-2.
god, Ugh.
Dude, they're getting worked right now.
Talk about Vegas. Me and Rye went to a Knights and Avalanche game. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, you went to a game.
Absolutely, we did.
How was it? Dude, apparently the show there is incredible.
So people talked about that, and I gotta say, like the music and everything, it was bumping. I didn't know what to expect, but I've only ever been to like one or two hockey games back in the day. I know it wasn't like, I feel like people made it out to be more than what I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, it was fantastic. Like the music, the DJ playing in between, all of it was great. I just thought there would be a little bit more. I don't know, but maybe it's 'cause people talked it up so much.
I gotta say, I was just expecting more, you know?
I was expecting more people dancing, more shows. I don't know. Like they did it
Yeah.
at the beginning. It was cool. Yeah, I guess I didn't. The expectation was just too high.
Okay, fair enough.
Great game.
So we're gonna play our game now.
Let's. Yeah, we can play the game. But before we do
Okay.
that, we have to.
Gotta do the thing.
Yeah, had to do the thing.
Gotta do the thing. Ideal national team. We're gonna pick men and women. So we're going 3 and 3. Is that what we're doing?
Let's do 3 and 3, and I want you to pick the riders for different reasons.
So we're going like if there's a like the world's tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So pick your guys for different reasons. Do I get to start?
And we can't pick. We draft, so we can't pick the same people.
That'd be correct. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Male, female, male, female. So male, female.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. For round number 1, I'm going to take the easiest pick in the possible book to date.
Yeah. Of course.
The Olympic gold medalist, Nicky Mann.
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm fucking shocked.
Shocker. I feel like
Shocker.
it'd just be like shocker. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the current World Cup champion Simon Marquardt.
Shocker.
Yeah. Shocker.
On the female side, for my first pick, I'm going to go with somebody that I believe is just going to be clutch all the time, always in the mix, always there, always ready to fight. I'm going to go with Laura Smulders. Another Dutchie. Yep.
Mhm.
Put her on the team.
Well, I mean, I gotta go with Bethany. No.
Oh yeah. See, there you go. Yep. How
You're
can
my
you
first
not?
pick, Bethany. How can I not go with Bethany?
Got to find the applause button so it's not just dead silent after we do this thing.
Yeah, I gotta go with Bethany.
Back to the
Shocker
male
right now.
side. Shocker. Crazy shocker. I'm going to go for someone who I think can do it on both hills, because I don't know what we're racing on. We're talking about a national team that needs to bring it home. Constantly up there. His bad days are still better than most. Frenchman, Joris Daudet.
Okay, now the pick gets interesting.
I found the applause button.
All right, this guy, he's my guy. I stand by him. He had a rough last couple World Cups, but it doesn't really matter. A small sample size. He's gonna have a really good year. Arthur Pollard.
Tori's guy.
He's my
Tori
guy. I'm gonna go with
guy.
Arthur Pollard. Yep.
Okay. All right. I like that a lot. next on my list, I'm going for people that are reliable at all costs. No matter what the day, no matter what the circumstance, no matter if they're injured or not, they're going to try to pull through. And I believe this guy is just
Oh, wait. We have to go women, don't we?
Oh, we do.
Yeah. Your second women's pick.
Okay, second women's pick. I'm going for someone with the exact same thought process as what I've just laid out. Somebody who's always going to be racing hard and going to lay it on the line when they need to. She's also a teammate. I'm going with Lauren Reynolds.
Love the pick.
Yep, love the pick too.
Love the pick. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going with another savvy veteran who's won a ton. Is an absolute horse. She'll, she's aggressive on the track. She will do anything she can to win the race, and that's what we need on Team Tori. We need someone who's going to go out there and just fucking send it. And you know what? If you crash, you crash. Who cares? Just go for it. And I absolutely love that about her. We are prior teammates and lifelong friends. Elise Willoughby.
That's a good pick, T. That's just
Drunk quick.
Yep.
that good wisdom in there.
Mm.
All right. So far, I'm liking our teams right now. Okay. I'm going to my third round here. Third round of men. I'm sticking with who I thought. I was about to change while you were thinking of your pick, but I'm going to stick with my guy because I know no matter what, he's going to be there. He's going to be in the mix. He's going to be fighting for a podium every single race. Sylvain Andre, everybody. I hate that guy.
Oh, good pick. I thought you were going to pick the guy I was about to pick.
Oh, okay. Hit me with it.
So my third guy, Mr. Nice Guy. We know who it is.
Oh,
I'm going to build him up a little bit. An absolute horse. Like we're talking absolute horse. He's now an Olympic finalist. He may be my pick to win the next Olympic Games. I
like this a lot.
Yeah, I'm calling him for. I think he's my pick to win the next Olympic Games. 3 years out, it's going to be a home Olympics for him. Romain Mailloux.
Just the fact that there's 4 Frenchmen between the two of us is ridiculous. Absolutely,
Isn't it?
ridiculous.
It is a joke how good they are.
It's an absolute joke.
It's a
Absolute
joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
All right. For my third and final pick on the women's side, okay, I have what I believe to be 2 savvy veterans. I have 2 people. One, can be consistent, knock it off, win like it's the back of her hand, no big deal. I have another one that will just race whenever she needs to, however conditioned she is, and just battle her heart out. Now I'm going to go for a different pick. I'm going to go for a young buck, one that I think is a hot up-and-comer. Tori knows exactly who I'm going to pick. I'm going to go for the Canadian side of things. I'm going for Molly Simpson as my third pick.
Fuck, you took my pick.
Absolutely. I figured there was a chance you might be taking her.
You took my pick.
Now I gotta you got to think about this one now.
Yeah. Well, I have a plan B. Once again, phenomenal racer. You know what? Going to be a World Cup winner here soon, this year or next year. Yeah, I say she probably wins the World Cup this year.
I think we were talking about already. I think she does.
Yeah, I think she does. Wow, Tori, I just panicked with the buildup. I'm not doing this properly. She's going to be a World Cup winner this year. Many World Cup podiums. She's already an international star. Had an unlucky break at the Olympics, or she would have been an Olympic finalist too. She's had a couple injuries the last 8 months since the summer, but I think she's going to have a really good year. She was pulling in Florida and crashed. Saya Sakakibara.
Can't go wrong with that pick one bit.
No,
Absolutely.
I love watching Saya. Saya's a great rider. I really like watching her ride.
Her and Laura are very similar, where their speed is
quiet.
effortless, very quiet, very effortless.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
very quiet.
Let's sum it up for my team. You got.
By the way,
Nick
can you imagine if these were actually national teams? Unbelievable.
What a joke.
That would be a joke. Yeah, it would.
Remember? Did you ever do as a kid where you they had team sheets as a kid, and you basically had to round up your friends to put on a team sheet and hand in, and at the end you won. You got gummy bags. Can you imagine nowadays people just rounding up their own teams to win a prize at the end of a World Cup?
Dude, it's like the NHL does two all-star teams. We just picked the all-star team.
2 all-star teams.
Yeah. So
my
go
team,
ahead.
I got Nick Kimmin, Joris Darday, Sylvain Andre. On the women's side, I have Laura Smulders, Lauren Reynolds, and Molly Simpson.
What a team.
What a team.
What a team. I got Arthur Pollard. No. Oh yeah. Simon Marquardt, Arthur Pollard, Romain Mailloux. and then I got Bethany Shriever. I got Elise Willoughby, and I got Saya Sakakibara. What a team! What a team! Are you kidding me?
Absolute all-star teams.
God, how fun would it be to be the team coach / team manager of these teams?
Would you even do anything, or you just sit back and just be, hey, I want to water? Like, I'm just gonna watch. You guys are gonna kill it. So
just enjoy the show, baby. These teams are two absolute weapons.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah. You know, I kind of had to pick Saya too, especially because you got to have her and Romain on the same team.
You keep them together, I think they're both going to be better.
I think so. Yeah, they'll be roommates.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they will be.
That just got me excited for the World Cup season this year too.
It's going to be a good one.
It is.
I mean, going to a new track, going to Glasgow. Speaking of which, I know we talk about Netflix shows every time, and I don't know if people hate it. And I know you talk about your Peaky Blinders.
Yep. Oh, Peaky Blinders. I thought you were building up the F1 release.
No.
Oh,
When's that coming out?
I think it's coming out soon. I just watched the trailer for it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I did see the Peaky Blinders release though, and I think I should get back on watching that show.
How far did you ever get?
I'm like 5 episodes in, maybe.
Okay. Well, yeah, the new episode 1
Thomas fucking Shelby.
Thomas fucking Shelby. Go to the pub, go to Garrison. Absolutely. I love them. They are just the sickest, badass people.
Yeah. That's a good one. I've been on a Fast and Furious kick, and I've watched like all of them the last couple of days. God, they are just so fucking entertaining.
I love Brian O'Connor.
It's just, I know. Brian O'Connor or Roman Pierce, those two are legends.
Roman Pierce.
I like the one where they go to
hungry.
I like the one where they go to Rio.
Oh, that's a good one, eh? That's just a staple. That's a good one.
That's a really good one. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one.
They have some iconic lines in those shows and those movies all the time.
Dude, I watched Too Fast, Too Furious yesterday. That is just the biggest classic. Dude, that one is so funny. Pockets ain't empty, cuz.
Like I said, we hungry.
Like I said, we hungry. Jack Dosito, cuz.
I can't help. When you get to the one where at the end of is it the Rio one where they're on the beach? Like, I mean, at this point, Brian O'Connor unfortunately passed away, and it's like his brother. And then they split off with the Wiz Khalifa song playing.
Oh my god, dude!
That one, I tear up when that happens, man.
Dude, it's so what a cool tribute that was.
Unbelievable.
So that's I think that's Fast. I think it might be the 6th one or 7th.
Okay. Yeah.
Might be the 6th. Yeah, it's the one after the Rio one, I think.
Yeah.
It's when they have the cars in the plane and they fucking send it off the plane in parachutes. That's the last one he's in.
You know what sucks is that the more the series has gone on, like it started out where it's still exciting enough to keep watching, even though the stunts were ridiculous. Now it's not even about the cars or anything. It's just the most ridiculous things in the world. You mean like spoiler? This is a spoiler about the very last one, which I haven't even seen all of it. So plug your ears. But it was in the trailer.
What's it called?
I can't remember what the new one's called. But what's his name? Dom fucking drives his car off a cliff with a helicopter hanging like a hook, and he fucking hooks his bumper onto this hook, swings down below the helicopter, and flies off and lands on another cliff. In
it's
what
so good.
world?
It's so good. I know. The same one too, and they're in like Abu Dhabi, and then driving just through the skyscrapers. They just like send it into one and then send it into the next one.
It's just too much. Some of it is just
unbelievable.
It's too much.
So how did they do the end of, the scene when they're on the beach and Paul Walker? Did they film, like they obviously filmed that before he died, or like how?
They got his brother to fill in for him to be the person. So that's why when he's playing by the water, you don't see his face. And then the other face, it was him, but I don't know how they do it, but with technology, they just put Brian's face onto his brother's body kind of thing. That's why in the car scene, it doesn't look like perfect. It looks a little bit weird.
Oh, so he's actually in that movie, but not all the scenes, or what?
You missed like the last couple scenes or something, I think. Yeah. Just that ending scene basically, or something like that. It's really weird. I don't know how, but yeah.
I would have never known.
Crazy though, hey? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because I heard they filmed part of it and he passed away.
Something like that. I don't know the details either, but something to do with that, which is wild.
So sad. I can't imagine how hard that would have been for obviously his family and friends, but like the crew too, and like his coworkers. Like they're just such a family and staple for like 20 years.
Yeah. That'd be
wow. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we're getting some quick shots.
Let's absolutely do that. We have just a few of them today, so let's do it. I got it open now, so let me go first. From my dog Nate. What up and coming riders could survive in the pro class if they went next weekend?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I have two riders that stick in my head just because they've been in the mix lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cedric Cade has been showing that he's got speed.
That's what I was going to say too.
Yeah, and that in this post he says survive. I think survive means mix it up. I think Cedric Cade can mix it up.
Yeah, like be in the mix and like not win, but like be in the mix and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think because of his scrappiness, I think that Drew Polk. I think he could be scrapping it up.
Those are the two I was going to say too. Yeah.
Same. Hey, yeah.
That's a really good question.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot.
From Jaden Caralfa, favorite part / feature about the track. I'm assuming he's talking about Houston. I would say rhythm section for me.
Yeah, I'd say rhythm section. I think the turns aren't awesome, so not my favorite. But I think that rhythm section, with how technical it is, makes you work. There's going to be a couple different lines, makes you work for it. I think that's my favorite too, other than the Pro Gate Europe.
Yep.
From Look Into It. Why isn't BMX a Commonwealth Games sport?
So it's optional. So the host country can put it in, like the one that's hosting the Commonwealth Games can add it in if they want. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
But it doesn't really make sense to me because like why wouldn't Australia have added it in then when they had it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good question. I'm not sure either there.
Yeah. It's kind of weird it's not, to be honest. It's in Pan Ams and Olympics.
Yeah, one of those things maybe where if it's easy and convenient, they'll do it, but if not, they won't.
You think Pan Ams or Commonwealth Games are bigger?
Pan Ams, for sure, to me.
You think? Yeah.
I think there's more, yeah. A Commonwealth to me is like, I don't think that gets shown very much. I feel like Pan Ams is pretty big.
I would agree. Yeah, I'd agree. Who's an underdog, or from Jono253, who's an underdog in each pro class that will start standing out at the big hill races?
Underdog. I'm trying to think who's like actual underdog where we haven't really seen them and they could start doing that. Because if I said somebody like, in my head, I'm just thinking, no, it's hard to, people aren't really underdogs as much anymore. I don't know.
Moore.
That's your guy?
My guy, Cam Moore, yeah. He's going fucking fast.
I mean, got biasy, but I'm not going to disagree.
No, I of course I have biasy, but still, like, swear, yeah, he's pulling. He's going to be a problem.
Underdog. Who do I see as an underdog?
Another guy.
I don't really think you look at Eddie like an underdog. I don't think you look at somebody like an underdog. Like these guys, they're not underdogs to me. They're in the mix. Like it's just if they have a day, they have a good start. Like they're there. So
yeah, and I wouldn't call Jay Smooth an underdog either anymore.
Never,
He's a staple on the circuit. So yeah, I guess I can't think of anyone else.
I guess we could find out after this weekend. Somebody in the main that we're not expecting comes popping through.
Goddamn right, partner. We will.
Yeah.
All right.
This is,
well, folks.
I know we're getting to the end of the show. I'm just going to throw this in there. I've been seeing a bunch of pictures from Australia, and I just opened up a story from our boy Mitchie, which we haven't had an Australian Aussie correspondent checking for a while from Mitchie, but there's been a lot of rain and a bunch of the tracks have been flooded. We posted some photos. Crazy how much water is there.
Yeah, no kidding. So I hope those tracks get sorted soon. They had a shit ton of rain.
Crazy. The fact that it's underwater, unbelievable.
I'm thankful for all the volunteers and track operators and everyone, man.
Yeah. Just
grinding, getting those tracks going.
Shout
out to Matt Baisley. I just saw he's watching Coffee Chatter live, and he captioned, "Suit up Saturdays, boys. It's a thing. I'll gladly show up to my 2635 novice main looking like Kenny at A1." Fucking rights, Matty.
Absolutely. Let's fucking do it. Let me see.
Speaking of Matt and Boise, Idaho, so they're hosting a Pro-Am. I have the screenshot. When is it?
It is on June 11th this year. Guaranteed $10,000 Pro-Am purse. That is solid.
So yeah, make your way up to Boise, Idaho at 10 grand. That's a lot of money you guys could win. So
Eagle Park BMX.
Yeah.
Eagle Idaho.
I've been there once.
Oh yeah.
On the way to Salt Lake City.
That's cool.
Anyway,
road trip.
Yeah. But yeah, take advantage of those pro-ams. It's cool that tracks put up money and want pros to come. So let's show some support.
Loved it. Love that.
Yeah. Enjoy the race in Houston, everyone, or enjoy the race in Houston this weekend, everyone. If you're going there, safe travels. Have a good weekend.
Yep. Absolutely. Work hard, race hard, but get somebody blasting the last turn. Give us some content.
Yeah, make sure you snap on green on the Pro Gate Europe too, folks.
Oh yeah, don't forget, snap on green. Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah. See you, folks.
Okay. See you guys.